Water covers most of the Earth. Oceans regulate the climate and are sources of food and storage for carbon and pollutants. Much of these processes are controlled by the sedimentation of marine particles, mineral grains, organic aggregates, and plastics. However, our knowledge of how water physics affects these processes from micro to global scale is still incomplete. Specifically, the modulation of sedimentation patterns induced by gelatinous biopolymers dispersed in water is an intriguing research direction. For example, exopolymers, which are polysaccharides and proteins secreted by algae and bacteria, disperse in seawater and form a gel. This is a three-dimensional matrix of hydrated macromolecules. This happens in the vicinity of organisms and in open ocean through spontaneous gelation. These mucus-like substances can affect larger water extents when the colony grows, like during algal bloom. Exopolymers induce new properties in seawater. Physically, seawater transforms from Newtonian to non-Newtonian liquid, showing a more complex response to forcing that we know for typical seawater. For example, in a Newtonian viscous flow, the deformation rate is proportional to the imposed force, while any aberration indicates non-Newtonian properties. Moreover, besides flowing like a liquid, network exopolymers experience elastic deformation like a solid, a behavior termed viscoelasticity. Consequently, particles sinking in seawater enriched in exopolymers experience non-Newtonian effects. In an interdisciplinary team, we combined rheological and sedimentation laboratory experiments to study the non-intuitive behavior of particles in mucus-rich seawater. We tested several model polysaccharides to assess their gelation in artificial seawater. Our results have demonstrated that particles decelerate in exopolymer-rich conditions compared to typical seawater due to the gel matrix increased viscosity and mechanical strength. Moreover, non-spherical particles tend to reorient due to the viscoelasticity and tumble due to the formation of aggregated structures in a gel-like matrix. In nature, this would have implications for particulate flux on local or regional scale. Our experiments have revealed non-intuitive phenomena at the edge of the algal bloom region. Stratification of viscosity or viscoelasticity promotes the accumulation of porous and non-porous particles at the transition between seawater and mucus-rich regions, along with particle orientation instabilities. Again, in nature, this would provide a new perspective on the mechanism controlling sedimentation in stratified waters and microscale interactions in exopolymer-afflicted regions. In another set of experiments, we observed that mucus-rich seawater modulates flow around sinking particles. For example, exopolymers can induce intriguing reverse flow behind a particle. Meanwhile, the shear thinning and thixotropic properties of mucus-rich seawater trigger the attraction of particles sinking on top of one another. These hydrodynamic interactions become even more complex in stratified water. These processes can affect the formation of aggregates known as marine snow. We are closer to a better understanding of complex phenomena in algal bloom regions. Still, there is much to discover at the interface of physics, chemistry and biology in this intriguing non-Newtonian environment.